I'm Chino, and welcome to Chino I Am, powered by Obvious Table. Here we have connecting conversations with inspirational people who have great testimonies. My God, today I get to connect in front of you guys with my sister, Monroe Alise. She is my motivation. She is a pioneer, and she's very motivational. So you know, I had to have you here with me.
Thank you.
My sister, my light. You're just everything to me. We have these conversations all the time. You know, you are everything to me. You are everything. I just love you, Monroe.
I love you more.
I love your energy. I love what you bring to my life.
Thank you.
You showed me a different side of friendship. Right? You shown me that friendship can be reciprocal. You know, it is a two-way street. I help you and you help me.
Absolutely, absolutely. You help me more than you know that you help me, though. I tell you that all the time.
I just love you.
I love you more.
So you ready?
I am. Listen, I'm ready.
All right. So here go the questions. Okay. So because you're a woman of the trans experience, right? Talk to me a little bit about the transition and what made you want to transition into your womanhood.
Ooh, child. It wasn't easy. You know, I struggled with that identity thing for so long. You know, my father is like that hyper masculine man, and so when it came to like trying to identify who I was, it was always the opposite of anything that he wanted to do. And so I tried to live that life, but you know, it was something that I couldn't hide easily.
Right.
You know, while my brothers were playing basketball and, you know, they were playing Madden and stuff, I was in the kitchen doing my mama hair and, you know, sitting in there listening to her on the phone and, you know, playing with my cousin's doll babies and stuff like that. And, you know, I was the one that they called sensitive. You know, I was the sensitive one. You know, don't play with him. He's sensitive, you know. But I didn't actually decide to live in my truth until I moved out. After I came back from college. That's when I actually identified as something other than they thought that I was.
Absolutely. So what was it that you put on a piece of woman clothes, or what was that first instance where you were just like, this is me?
So listen, I ain't finna tell you, right? So mind you, I've been pursuing, you know, the entertainment industry for a long time, and so I was auditioning for a role as a woman of the trans experience in a play, and I ended up getting the role, and they needed me to come to rehearsal dressed as my character. Okay. So I was living with my parents at the time, and my father had just left. My mom was downstairs, she was in the kitchen, she was on the phone. I had came down, I had shaved my whole beard and everything off, and I was like, Mom, can I borrow your skirt? And she was like, okay. And so I gave it to her, and I was like, girl, I'm gonna give it back. And so I did my beat, I came downstairs, and I was dressed. I was trying to slide out the door before my father got back.
Oh, okay.
And so as I'm coming back down the stairs, my father is walking in the door.
Oh,
and
wow.
he was like, what the hell? I was like, listen, it's foreplay, you're gonna make lots of money, don't worry, it's coming off in the view. And that was like the first time I actually felt comfortable. And I ended up taking it off, and I was secretly like, damn, I didn't want it to end. And then they told me to come to rehearsal dressed as my character every time, and I was like, oh bitch, I gotta go shopping. And so I had went shopping, and I just never took the clothes off.
Awesome. So, you know, and we've had conversations about, you know, substance abuse and things of that nature. So talk to me a little bit about, you know, your stint with substance abuse. What was your substance?
Absolutely. So alcohol was definitely my substance. That was the thing that I used to numb all of the pain. I started drinking at 15.
Wow.
Yeah. I am one of the girls that come from sexual trauma. And so I was molested and raped 11 and 13, and I became this person nobody could recognize.
Wow.
I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was. I didn't know what I wanted, and I had no one to talk to.
Wow.
And I remember walking to the store with a family member, and they went to the liquor store, and we sat at the park, and they said, "Here, drink this." And that was the first time I felt normal.
Wow, normal.
Yeah, I felt like the voices and the chaos and the confusion had ceased, and this air of confidence had swept over me.
Right, absolutely.
And that was that.
Okay. So now we talked about kind of sort of how it began with your substance. What was life like while you were using?
Oh, child, it was like a roller coaster. It was some highs, it was some lows, it was some low lows, it was some high highs. It was the hustle and bustle. It was definitely a hustle.
Right.
It was a hustle.
Absolutely. And through that hustle, was there a situation or something that happened where you identified that there was a problem?
I can't really pinpoint when it went from recreational to medicinal. There was always a reason to drink.
Right.
It's Friday, turn up. I just got off, turn up. I just got a promotion, turn up. Somebody made me angry, turn up. It was always a reason. And so when there became what people started to recognize as a problem, I felt like, well, they just can't take me. You can't take me because, when I start drinking, I start telling the truth, and I start letting I'm that girl, y'all can't take it. And if you don't like it, okay, fine, I'm gonna just stay in the house.
Right.
Because I'm not the problem, y'all the problem.
Exactly.
And then there became the days where I couldn't do anything without it. Like, I couldn't brush my teeth, I couldn't start my day, I couldn't function. And that's when the conversation with myself kind of started, like, okay, bitches, are they on to something? They can't be right.
So it's almost like the seed was planted, but it needed a little bit of water to grow. Would you say that in a way? Or if not, what would you say?
I don't think necessarily there was a seed planted. Usually even if I was saying something that was true or not true, or I'm the girl that always spoke a truth, whether it had been your truth, the neighbor's truth, somebody else's truth, partially my truth. It was always a truth. And even if I wasn't drinking a lot that day, and I was telling the truth about something, it was always pinpointed to my drinking.
Right.
So it became I told the truth, so obviously it's not the drinking.
Right.
And then that's when I started having the conversations with myself honestly, because I started having those blackout moments where I couldn't remember. And so I'm not going to argue with you about something I can't remember. Right. So I found myself apologizing more for something that I didn't remember. And even if I knew that I was right, I would still have to apologize anyway, because it was like, well, I don't honestly really remember, but I remember.
So let me just
go ahead.
Get this off real quick. Yeah, I totally understand. So, you had the problem, you identified. So how did you become the Monroe today? How did you deal with your substance use? People,
God has a funny way, the God of my understanding, He has a funny way of putting people in your life that you need, and you don't even know that you need them yet. There were people that were put in place that weren't using any type of substance to numb anything and was having a good time, because there had graduated a point in my drinking where I felt like no one would want me if I wasn't drinking.
Oh, wow.
I felt like no one would want the girl that was, that I couldn't be that girl. I couldn't be the fun and entertaining girl without it. Like, I thought that I could always put it down, but then who would I be? Because I was the girl that if I wasn't drinking, I would sit in the corner and, hi, I'm good. No, thank you.
Right.
I'm good. And they're like, bitch, give her a drink because we don't like this.
Turn her up.
Yes. And then I would become that girl. And so it was like, well, without it, who would I be?
Right.
And so that was the biggest fear. And then when God placed these people in my life who were having fun, or who I saw having fun on camera, with this show that I was on, when I saw them having so much fun and literally like just living life, I knew that they was turning all the way up, and they didn't do anything.
So how was it when you realized that wow, these people, they're living life without a substance. Maybe I can do that.
I thought they was lying, child. I just knew that they was like, ain't nobody that happy having that much fun without everything in your system. That's a lie. Okay. That is a whole lie, and you can't tell. I was going to catch them. I wanted to be around so I can catch you.
In your lie.
In your lie, absolutely. Because I'm going to tell your truth. Yeah, right. Yeah. But when I saw it, it gave me a sense of, well, maybe. It changed, and this is just another aha moment that I'm realizing now, but it changed my relationship with hope. Yeah, that's when I can honestly say that a seed was planted, that if they could do it, then I can do it, maybe.
Absolutely. Wow. And that, I love that you said that and you had that realization with us talking here. That's absolutely amazing. So you found these people and then what? What were some other steps that you took to make sure that you deal with your abuse?
So with the help of these people, so, for me, I hear that there's like this bottom. I always thought that there had to be like this huge bottom. People talk about rock bottom and when you hit your bottom. But for me, honestly, I swear, I hit bottom so many times that it was almost like I couldn't wait to get it, because bottom for me was just another way to prove to you that I can make it back to the top. So when I hit my bottom, like eviction or repossession or lost my job, I'm employable. Listen, as long as I can talk, I can get me a job, I can get me anything that I needed. And so I felt like that was just my way to work my way back up. But with the help of those people, I realized that the bottom is really when I just stopped digging.
Oh, my God. Say that again. Give me that one again. Say that again.
A bottom for me is just literally when I actually decide to put down the shovel and stop digging. That's when I reached my bottom.
That is amazing. That's so amazing. So, we have these conversations all the time, right? What are some discussions or conversations that we aren't having that we need to have as a people or a community?
I think that there are conversations being had all around the world, however, I think that they need to advance some of these conversations. Like, I hear people talk about self-care, right? But you don't hear people often talk about intensifying your self-care, like on a daily basis. And for me, I had to realize that I'm the most important person in my life. If I don't do it, it ain't gonna get done.
Right.
Like if I'm not okay with me, I'm not okay with anybody. Absolutely. And that's only after I intensify my self-care. The same love and affection and time and energy I want someone else to give me is the same stuff I have to give myself. And if we have those conversations that everything starts and ends with self first, and make that the focal point, I think things will be better. Also, another one is self-acceptance. We hear self-acceptance all the time. Because I can only talk about me, child. Right. I hear self-acceptance all the time, but I don't hear people talking about unconditional self-acceptance. Like for me, it was okay. Like I learned self-acceptance, right, growing up, but I was taught to accept everything that my daddy liked and my mama liked. And if they didn't accept it, then it's not acceptable.
Exactly.
So then totally my whole way of existing was not acceptable.
Right.
But unconditional self-acceptance is even when I don't feel like it, I have to like me.
Right. So what are some things that you do to intensify your self-care? Because maybe there's somebody struggling right now with their self-care, and maybe you can give a little nugget of what you do.
Self-care is so subjective. It all depends on what makes you happy. That's what self-care is about. It's about what actually makes you smile. Some days for me it's getting my nails and hair done and feet done, and some days for me it's just sitting with myself and praying. Some days it's just meditating, reading a book. Some days it's sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So if there is, a person wanting to transition, but are afraid because of what society says, what would you tell them? The process isn't pretty, but it's necessary.
You have to live your authentic life specifically and only for yourself. This is not a microwave thing. It's not an overnight thing. It's literally one step at a time. Don't be afraid to take the step for yourself. It has no age, no time, no expectations. You are in control. It's your journey. Live it.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. So, question.
Yes.
Where does Monroe see herself in 5 years?
Ooh, child.
That was a loaded one.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so what's this month? Okay, so around this time, the Tonys and the Grammys and all that would have been over with. I see me winning in the next 5 years. I see me winning an Academy Award. I see me having my child. I see me on the path to a place where all people can develop, maintain, and manage spiritual growth.
Absolutely. Y'all heard it here first. Okay? Just want y'all to know it was at Obvious Table, powered by CHINO I AM. Friend.
Yes, dear.
If anybody wants to reach out to you, if anybody needs help, if anybody needs support, how would they be able to find you?
So on Instagram, you can find me at Monroe Alise P. That's MONROEALISEP. On Facebook, it's Monroe Alise. And I just got on Twitter, child. Listen, not the kind y'all know about.
I was about to say, which
not
Twitter?
Not the kind y'all know about.
Twitter?
No, not that one. Not that one now. Listen, I just started, okay? But it's Monroe Alise P. MONROEALISEP. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. You know, child, I call you every day. I talk to you about my problems. I talk to you about my life, and you've been such a great support system. You know, I hope and pray that everybody found a friend like I found in you. Finds a friend like I found in you. Because, you know, I'm not going to say I didn't know what friendship was before, you know, we got connected. You showed me a different side and a different care and a different level and a different love and friendship.
Thank you.
And that is truly amazing. And I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to tell you this. Listen, first of all, you have no idea how much you have helped, humbled, and grounded me. You know, it's definitely reciprocal. Everything that you find that I do for you, every day you do for me. Wow. And I want you to know that I honor you, I see you, and I love you.
I love you too, sister. So tell me, what is Monroe doing now?
Oh gosh, I'm doing so many things. I'm acting. Ooh. Yeah. I just landed a major role on a TV series.
Really?
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm still in the process of writing my book.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I am doing healing work. I do spiritual advising. Oh my gosh, I do so much. I've even branched into comedy, you know.
You are a funny girl.
Well, thank you. I've been told, you know what I'm saying, I can get a little key and a cackle from the children every once in a blue moon. You know, that's what they told me. I'm just doing everything. You know, I'm an overall entertainer. Like, entertaining, performing is my life. I'm even branching back into music.
Oh, that's awesome. So do I hear a CD coming?
You know, a little vocal, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible. Absolutely right. So, before you go, we're going to do something called rapid fire. Okay? I'm going to ask you a series of questions real fast, the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
All right? Are you ready? You sure?
Yes, come on. I'm nervous now. Come on. Okay.
Wait, let me put you on some more suspense. You sure you're ready?
Child, listen. Come on now.
All right, here we go. Madonna or Janet?
Beyonce.
That wasn't an answer, but we'll take it.
Okay.
Okay. City vacation or beach vacation?
Ooh, beach. Hold on, what's the degrees?
Let's say 100 degrees.
Because you know them buildings keep it cool, but the children irritate me. Okay, I'm gonna do the beach.
Beach vacation.
Yeah, I'm on the beach.
Okay. Would you prefer to be rich or wealthy?
Ooh, I want to be wealthy, but my husband can be rich.
Okay. Best of both worlds. Give me someone that one.
Thank you.
All right. Are you living or existing?
Today, Jesus. That wasn't a dramatic pause. I literally have to check in. No, you know, because it's a day-to-day reprieve with me.
Okay.
You know, I have to check in. I am living today.
Why do you feel like you're living today?
Because I'm okay with me today.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Last but not least, you ready? Little Kim or Nicki Minaj?
Megan Thee Stallion.
That wasn't an answer, but we'll go with that.
I mean, listen, you can't really... Okay, picture this right now. Picture a Sicily, 1987. You can't have any of them women without Little Kim.
That's true.
And so, I mean, you know, it depends on what mood I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I used to be scared. Now I throw lips. You know what I'm saying?
Like a real...
And then I pull up in that monster automobile. You know what I'm saying? I do all of the things. But, you know, I hands on my knees, shaking ass and massage it. You know
to bring it all the way around.
Yeah, listen. It's a process.